What if I told you that after most of your meals, your body is waiting for a signal that never comes? You eat, your blood sugar rises, insulin is released. But the most important metabolic switch, the one that tells your cells it's safe to burn energy now, often stays turned off. And that missing signal could be the reason you feel tired after meals, struggle with stubborn weight, or watch your blood sugar creep higher each year. Before we dive in, subscribe to this channel for science-based health tips designed especially for adults over 50 who want to stay strong, independent, and metabolically healthy. Let's talk about something simple but powerful. When you eat carbohydrates, your blood sugar rises. In response, your pancreas releases insulin. Most people think insulin's only job is to lower blood sugar, but insulin is actually a messenger. It's a signal. It tells your cells to open their doors and allow glucose inside. It tells your liver to store energy. It tells your muscles to prepare for use. And ideally, it tells your body that everything is working efficiently. But here's the part most people never hear. Insulin doesn't just need to be released, it needs to be received. That receiving process is called insulin sensitivity. Think of insulin like someone knocking on your front door. If you open it right away, everything flows smoothly. But if the door is stiff, rusty, or blocked, insulin has to knock louder and louder. Over time, your body produces more and more insulin just to get the same job done. That's insulin resistance. And here's where the missing signal comes in. After eating, there is a powerful insulin-related signal that is most strongly triggered by muscle activity, not just food. It's the signal that moves glucose into muscle cells efficiently. It's activated when your muscles contract. In simple terms, your muscles are the biggest glucose sink in your body. Research shows that even light muscle activity after meals, such as walking for 10 to 15 minutes, dramatically improves glucose uptake independent of insulin. That means your body doesn't need to produce as much insulin to manage the same meal. But most people eat and then sit. They sit at the table, they sit on the couch, they sit in the car, and the powerful muscle-driven insulin signal never turns on. For adults over 50, this becomes even more important. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. Less muscle means fewer places to store glucose, so blood sugar stays elevated longer. Insulin levels rise higher. Fat storage becomes easier. Now, let's make this personal. Have you ever felt sleepy after lunch? Heavy after dinner? Craving something sweet even though you just ate? That may not be just aging. It may be a missing muscle signal. When you move your muscles, special transporters called GLUT4 move to the surface of muscle cells. These transporters act like doorways that allow glucose inside. The fascinating part, muscle contraction can activate GLUT4 even without large amounts of insulin. This is why a short walk after eating can lower blood sugar more effectively than simply reducing portion sizes. It's not about eating less, it's about signaling better. Let me give you a simple example. Two people eat the exact same meal. One sits and watches television afterward, the other takes a slow 15-minute walk around the neighborhood. Studies show the walking person will often have lower post-meal blood sugar, lower insulin spikes, and better metabolic flexibility over time. Same meal, different signal. And this doesn't require intense exercise. In fact, for seniors, gentle movement is often more sustainable and safer. Now, here's another layer. Protein also plays a role in triggering a healthier insulin response. When you include adequate protein in your meal, such as eggs, fish, yogurt, lentils, or lean poultry, you slow digestion and improve satiety. That stabilizes blood sugar and reduces excessive insulin spikes. Fiber does something similar. Vegetables, beans, and whole foods slow glucose absorption, giving your body more time to handle incoming sugar properly. But even with perfect food choices, if there's no muscle activation afterwards, you're leaving a powerful metabolic tool unused. You might be thinking, so I have to exercise after every meal? Not necessarily exercise, just activate. Here's a simple strategy. After breakfast, stand and move for 5 to 10 minutes. After lunch, take a short walk. After dinner, gently stretch or walk indoors if it's dark outside. Even light resistance movements, such as sitting and standing from a chair several times, can activate muscle pathways that improve glucose uptake. This is especially protective for those at risk of type 2 diabetes. In fact, research published in diabetes care journals has shown that breaking up sitting time with brief activity significantly improves post-meal glucose control in older adults. Now, let's talk about the emotional side. Many people blame themselves when their blood sugar rises. They assume they ate the wrong thing. Sometimes that's true, but often it's not just the food, it's the lack of signal. Your body was designed to move after eating. For most of human history, meals were followed by activity, gathering, walking, working. Modern life removed that step, and when that step disappears, the insulin signal weakens. Here's the empowering part. You don't need extreme diets, you don't need expensive supplements, you don't need complicated routines. You need to trigger the signal. Let's recap in simple terms. When you eat, insulin rises. When you move your muscles, glucose enters cells more efficiently. When glucose enters cells efficiently, insulin levels stay balanced. When insulin stays balanced, fat storage decreases and energy improves. That's the chain reaction. And here's one more overlooked benefit. Regular post-meal movement improves mitochondrial function, the energy factories inside your cells. Healthier mitochondria mean better endurance, clearer thinking, and improved overall vitality as you age. So the insulin signal most people never trigger isn't a hidden pill or secret nutrient. It's muscle contraction after meals. Before we close, I want you to try something tomorrow. After your largest meal of the day, set a timer for 10 minutes. Walk at a comfortable pace. Notice how you feel an hour later. Notice your energy. Notice your mental clarity. Small signals create big changes. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, like it and share it with someone who needs it. And in the comments, tell me, do you usually sit or move after meals? Your future metabolism is built on small daily signals. Let's make them count. I'll see you in the next video.